Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back, part 2, favorites of 2020. Are you sick of this eye look yet? Because I know you've seen it. This is like the third video you've seen it in, but you know. We have to keep on pushing. So these are my other favorite makeup products. So the other products besides eyeshadow palettes that have really impressed me in the year of 2020. But before we get started, if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are coming on back because you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashleigh. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashleigh. And like I said before, you know, 2020 has been a mess, but there have been some good makeup products, guys. Come on. So I'm going to show you my favorite products. These are in no particular order. And let's go ahead and get started because, I mean, I got enough to talk about. We got enough. Okay. So starting out with Juvia's Place said, we gonna get in for real. We gonna get in the lip game this year. So they did, you know, they're really good for like the sneak attack, like available now. So right here, and I'm actually wearing these right now, are the Juvia's Place. These are the Luxe lip liners. I think they retail for like $6 or $7. They're not, maybe no more than 10, but these lip liners are so great. I have really been enjoying them. I bought the shade Kola, which is the shade I have on right now, which is really comparable to Chestnut by MAC. They twist up. And they are so creamy. You can feel the outside of your lips in very well, or you could just draw in your lips so easily without the lip liner pulling. I love how it's the twist up top. I love how you have the plastic packaging. It's pink, you know, kind of reminiscent of their brand. They have the logo right here, and then on the end they actually have it marked so you kind of know what color it is. And then this is my favorite shade that I have worn so many times when I've done my lip combos in the videos. You guys have known that. This is the shade Scorpio. Beautiful as well. Like, this one is definitely my favorite. This one is comparable to like Night Moth by MAC as well. I mean, the formula on this is so good. These are great lip liners for a lower price point. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck with these lip liners, and I have enjoyed them so well. And I think what I've really just enjoyed about it was like the color, the comfort, the ease applying them. You don't have to sharpen them. Like I said, you can just line your lips. You can fill them in really easily without all that tugging and pulling. It's so creamy. These are really, really good. So keeping up with Juvia's Place, we're just going to jump into the matte lipsticks because they launched these matte lipsticks the same time as they did the lip liners. Now, like I've mentioned before, like Juvia's Place has had some lip products but very few liquid lipsticks, but they really took their time and made bullet lipsticks this year. And so they actually went in with the mattes first. So they had it in 3 different color kingdoms where you had like the peach, you had the chocolate, and you had the mauve. So I thought that that was so nice because they had an even color range. They had like from really light to kind of deep within that color family. And I decided to go in and purchase one from each color story. So I got Toffee, which is one of my favorites. This is from the chocolates. I think it's like the way these are shaped is just so interesting. So you can kind of get around, you know, your Cupid's bow very easily. I can kind of hit the bottom of my lip very easily where it gets a little tricky right here for me to line it very well. These matte lipsticks are so comfortable. They're so pigmented. I mean, and they wear so well. They don't settle in the fine lines of your lips. And the shades are just stunning. So, and like I said, I think these are like $10 to $12. You know, Juvia's Place, they always keep it affordable. So these are really great standout lipsticks. I love the packaging. I love how it has J on the top. When I know in some of the other shades, like the top just kind of changes so you know which ones you're getting. The only one that I didn't really care for that I got was the shade Libra, and that's the peach one. And I mean, that's just my issue. Like, I can wear it, but I have to make it work. It's very light, as you can see. But, you know, I really do like this formula. And they also came out with glosses, but the gloss wasn't so much as a standout to me. But these lipsticks are great. If you're looking for like your perfect nude lipstick, you don't want to spend a lot of money, these Juvia's Place babies right here are amazing. Not to mention, they also did come out with the Reds and Berries collection. I did order that right when it first released. I mean, it's literally December 26th and my package is still in transit. Like, they sent it out on time, but It's been everywhere except for at my house, okay? So I am waiting on that, and I'm really thrilled because when I did the review on these, I was just like, you know what? They need to come out with some berry tones and some red shades of these lipsticks, and they did. So I can't wait to try those. I think I'll just keep up with all the lip products right now. So right now I'm on these two little Stunna lip paints. So these, go and get them fast because these were from the holiday of 2020 from Miss Fenty Rihanna, you know, and I am loving the shade, especially Unmatched. You buy these together in a little duo. I think it's fabulous that she's giving us more minis, especially for the holiday, because her liquid lipsticks are great. You know, they're very bold, they're pigmented, the formula is nice where it's not too drying, and you get some really great colors that look great on a lot of different skin tones, so I really do appreciate that. I also like, you don't need a lot, so that's why I like that we have the minis. But this one right here is like a perfect red. So it's not like the very first shade where you had the shade, I want to say Uncensored, or yeah, so this is her very first red, Uncensored, and this is the one Unmatched. But it's just a beautiful brick red that's not too deep. I really, really enjoy this, and every time, like, I can kind of put on lipstick because, you know, I'm working outside the house and lipstick is just not a part of my daily life right now. I am trying to reach for this particular shade. Now, the shade that also came with it was the shade Underrated. And you know how I love that these are named like you names. I love this one too. This is like a deep berry tone, something that you don't really find in her series of these Stunna lip paints. But if I would have to pick, you know, which one is my favorite, I would definitely go with this one, Unmatched. These are on sale right now. I would definitely grab these. These are beautiful, beautiful colors. So dipping into Miss Pat McGrath right here. She blessed us when she came out with the Rose Decadence collection with a new formula. It's a hybrid between a lip balm and a lipstick that actually has pigments. And this is beautiful. First of all, look at the packaging. It is the same standard packaging that we usually have right here, but it has this nice hot lavender fuchsia color to it, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and it just kind of sets this formula apart. These colors are so beautiful. So the only color I picked up at the beginning was the shade Love Interest, which has been one of my favorite colors. It's really, really beautiful. This one, I mean, you have a lot of pigment when you wear it. It's balmy, so your lips are going to look juicy. They're going to look healthy. They're going to have that shine to it, but it's not everywhere. Like, it's not goopy like a gloss. You have the performance of a lipstick. You have the bullet size like a lipstick. And the pigment on it was really quite surprising to me because a lot of times when you have like these hybrid formulas, it just doesn't work out. But this is really, really good. I enjoyed this so much that when she had her sale on her website for Black Friday, I doubled back and got two shades. The other shade is floating around here somewhere, but this is the shade Bella Amore, and they have from like nude shades to like deep berry tones. Like I said, it came out with the Rose Decadence collection, so you know everything is kind of in that rosy family. But I find that these are so beautiful, so unique to her collection. It just provides like a different option if you're not into those really like the glossy formula or her Luxe Trance formula or even that Matte Trance. If you want your lips to look hydrated, if you have more drier lips like I tend to have, this formula is perfect and stunning at the same time because you get great color payoff. Miss Pat McGrath also came through and dropped her Opulence formula on us. So I purchased this particular shade first, and this is the shade Bronze Seductress. And I thought that this was just such a beautiful lip gloss. I mean, it's thick, it has some pigment behind it, but you're going to get shine. You're going to get a lot of glitter particles. I have one on today right now. And I just love how these smell. It smells so sweet. Like, every time I use these, I'm like, yes, it smells good. Like, you get a lot of, I'm just going to dip this one on top. At this point, my lips are just glittery. It is what it is, but so beautiful. Now, I think that these look really great over other lipsticks. They look great on their own. I would say that sometimes it does wear down because it's a gloss. So as you can see, when I'm start talking, it's going to start wearing down. I really like Pat McGrath lip gloss formulas. I think this is really pretty. I think, like I said, you could just top it over something and just give it that extra oomph. but like it's expensive. So like I usually say, I don't usually like to spend a whole lot of money. I like to put more of my money into my eyeshadow versus my lip products, to be honest. But when she came out with the minis, I had to. So these were 3 for $25. All 3 of these were in one set. So you get the shade Dreamscape Lavendary. Does that sound familiar? From like a shade in her holiday collection for that palette. What was it? Risque Rose. So like, once again, these are beautiful. Same quality, same formula, but just in a mini version. And I like the mini versions of her lip glosses and her lipsticks for that matter, just because you get to try 3 shades at a time for the price point of basically 1. You know, I want to say because of the glitter formula, these were a little bit more expensive. I was actually looking at getting the shade Lavendary and this shade, and I was just like, you know what, stop. Like, it's just too much. Like, you know, about 2-3 lip glosses and you had $90. I'm not about that life. But 3 for $25, 3 minis for $25, I definitely am. And, you know, certain shades I like better than none. So basically at this point, I'm wearing the shade Dreamscape, and then I went ahead and put, you know, little naked rolls on top, and then because I was sitting here dimming, I put a little Bronze Seductress. So these have been fabulous, and like I said, if you want to try it, I would definitely recommend going this route. The mini route is where it's at. So another lip product that I've been loving. This product is by the Lip Bar. One of my favorite lip products of 2020 pre-pandemic. I was wearing this every day. Picked this shade up at Target. This is the shade called Dream Chaser. It is so beautiful. And let me tell you, pair it with this burgundy lip liner or a deep wine lip liner, whatever you have. It is beautiful. This is consistency of a gloss, but stays like a liquid lipstick. I don't know what the formula is on this, but it's wonderful. I've worn it. It has not moved all day. I mean, it stays. And depending on what type of lip liner you put on with it, it can just kind of change you know, the shift of the shade and just create a new shade. The Lip Bar formula is amazing. I love the products from the Lip Bar. Like I said, I found this particular shade at Target. This was the newest shade that came out this year. And they had other lip glosses that came out this year, but this one by far was my favorite. It was that perfect berry tone with gold flecks. Looked bomb with like the burgundy lip liner. Now the packaging, I like the packaging on here, the inside, but I'm still not a fan really of this doe foot. The doe foot does feel like sometimes it can break, so I'm not so keen on that. But the formula, I'm digging. Really love the Lip Bar products. There, if you see them in Target, you should really pick them up. For my last set of lip products, it's by a new brand called Propa Beauty. Like, these lipsticks are so good. Now, the only thing is that they are cream. So if you're not a cream lipstick person, you kind of do have to debate about that. But I found like the shades of these nude lipsticks were so unique. It's so different. And the price point was just great. Like, let me tell you, I just told you, I don't like to spend like tons and tons of money on my lip products. I like to have what I like and kind of be done. Even though I do have tons of lipsticks. But I just think that these were so great. So this was a new brand. They came out during 2020. And they have beautiful new shades. If you need a new lipstick, and they're also a black-owned company, so you know I love that. But this is one of my favorite colors. This is the color Limitless. It's kind of like a rusty orange matte. I mean, it's really beautiful. So you get great pigment. This is one of my favorite shades right here. And the price point is good. I think I only paid like between about $12 per lipstick, which is not terrible. It's a nude for everybody. The packaging is great. Like, look at it. It is delicious. It's like a little toffee bar. Like, they are so pretty. They're beautiful. They're comfortable to wear. Like I said, it's a cream lipstick, so you will have to reapply. I mean, it runs from like the nudest of nude to the deepest of deep. I want to say there was in total maybe 10 to 12 shades. I picked up 7. I just felt like they were so unique. This is the shade. I haven't done much swatching, but this is the shade Driven. And I have a whole video where I swatch all of these, but I felt like these look so great on the lips. And sometimes it's just refreshing not to wear, you know, such a dry lip formula. This is the shade Empower. I mean, these, I just felt like I said, they were just so unique. This is the shade Empowered. I mean, just gorgeous, deep, dark shades to even just regular nude shades. And like I said, I really like this orangey color called Limitless. I just felt like they really knocked it out the park. You have this nice click down top on the lipstick. Like I said, it looks like a little toffee bar. You have the name Propa Beauty right here. I mean, just executed beautifully, these lipsticks. And these would just be like such a joy to pull these out and wear these. Okay, so next up is a product like I didn't think I was going to purchase this. But I am so glad I did, and I really, really enjoy this. This is the Gucci bronzer, the Poudre de Beauty Soleil bronzer, okay? All of that. Look, so the packaging, bomb. First of all, look at it. Look at it. It is beautiful, okay? So then you open it up, and you have this beautiful highlighter and the compact. I mean, it's screaming luxury. You have the beautiful mirror. Now this, like the scent is dying down on this, and I think I forgot to mention I have the shade 04, but this bronzer is just so beautiful. It goes on like a dream. It just glides on your face. It gives just the right amount of glow where you're not like too overdone, but you're just bronzy enough. And like it does have like a fragrant smell. Like it does have that. It does come with like a little brush. I'm not into the brush at all. But you know, it kind of amazes me as like a side tangent. Like, you know, a lot of the really high-end luxury companies put these little brushes in their compacts. Like when it comes to think of like Tom Ford or Chanel or Dior or Gucci for that matter. Now this one, I mean, the bristles do feel pretty good. But they put these little things in here and I'm like, y'all put these little applicators in here and it just kind of cheapens the feel of the product, because usually people buying stuff like this, I think they have pretty hefty tools, you know, to use already. So it's just like you have these little sponge tip eyeshadow applicators. Anyway, I digress. But so I'm not really a fan of the brush, but I feel like this is a beautiful bronzer. This has shocked me. I use it basically every single day. It has just been such a delight to find like just a different product. And I think like Gucci has just really revamped their beauty line. I think they've done a good job with having enough shades. Now this is the second to last shade. There is one deeper, and I think they can add a couple more shades to be realistic, but there is kind of something, I wouldn't say for everybody, but it does hit a wide variety of skin complexions with this particular bronzer line. I know like they just did the foundation line and they came out with 40 shades, so I think that's great. So I think they're starting to pay attention and listen to that, so I really do appreciate that. But I feel like this is beautiful. It just sits on the skin so nice. I haven't had a problem using it over any foundation, whether it's Pat McGrath, Rare Beauty, Juvia's Place, Huda Beauty. Like, it's just performed excellent every single time I've used it. And when I don't use it, I kind of miss it in my makeup routine, quite honestly. So I like it that much. So 2020 has just been such a mess. You know, like I literally forgot that these came out this year. But when I looked, I was like, yeah, they came out in 2020, and I know this is a favorite product of so many people. These are the Pat McGrath concealers along with the under eye setting powder. So, you know, Miss Pat McGrath, or Mother Pat, how dare me, Mother Pat came out with concealers to go along with her foundation that came out last summer. And these concealers are beautiful. They don't look cakey. They have just the right amount of coverage. And I'm not a big foundation person, you know, like I say, like eyeshadow is really my jam. It really is. Complexion products is something I'm getting more used to, but these concealers are just so great. I mean, honestly, I don't even need to set it with this powder. I bought the powder because, you know, you can do the powder with the concealer, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. But honestly, these just are great standalone concealers. They come in the standard amount of shades that she has for her line. So I want to say she has 35 shades for her foundation line. So you can find a shade that matches your foundation shade. You can go up or down if you want to contour, if you want to just brighten, or if you want to color correct. So I decided to do M20, which is a shade lower. And then I have M22, which is my standard shade in her foundation. But the packaging looks like, I mean, hard plastic. The concealer it's it's a little thicker, but it's not a very thick concealer. So when I say a little thicker, it's basically, it's thicker than what the foundation is. If you wear the foundation, you know that that is more liquidy foundation. But this concealer is so nice. It wears with the foundation nice. I mean, it covers everything. You're going to get full coverage, and they blend out like a dream. So this has been a great win for 2020. Like I said, I really forgot it came out in 2020. I was like, oh, that was this year. Okay. So then she followed up with her under eye powder. So I must say, I'm not so keen on the packaging of under eye powder. I believe there was a sticker on the back. It's gone. So like when she does her packaging, she does it right. But then when she misses, she does miss. So, but the product on the inside is actually really, really great. So this is our under eye powder. It didn't seem like a lot of product, but this has actually been a really good value. You need very little. It's very finely milled. I mean, if you're not careful, you're going to dust up too much. Just by, you don't need to like dig your brush in. You could just pat a little bit to pick up the powder. I use this to set. Now this is the shade Deep. When I picked this particular shade up, they did not have the medium shade that was probably more recommended for the concealers I was purchasing, but it didn't go too deep. So it was like, it just worked. I don't know how, but it just worked. And I actually really use this to set the rest of my face because I have dry skin and I'm not like a foundation setter. I'm not that person because usually if I set it, it's just too much. But if I need to set some foundation, I will actually use this all over my face. And I mean, you're looking flawless. You're looking airbrushed. I mean, it's so finely milled. You're not getting that powdery residue look. It's gorgeous. It's really, really good. And she knocked it out the park with the product on the inside. Not so much the packaging. So with this next product, I had no intention on trying it until I started seeing some videos and some reviews. When this person said they were coming out with a makeup brand, I was just like, okay, whatever. This is not for me. But turns out this is very much for me. And I am talking about the Rare Beauty foundation set. So I was like, I just really wasn't interested. But then I started hearing about how, you know, people who had dry skin really liked it. I started seeing people of my skin complexion wearing it, and it was looking really great on them. It was looking natural. They could build it up and be more glam. I mean, it just looked really good on their skin. So I was just like, you know what? I'm interested. The price point was great. I think this foundation was only $29. I was like, you know what? Let me give it a whirl. So I know I have mentioned a couple times that I had the shade at first 420 neutral, but I changed it out for 430W. I still have the neutral shade. It was just too light. It looked good, but the undertones were just a little bit off. So you do have to be careful with that, especially now that it's COVID. It's kind of a little harder to match yourself. But I love this foundation. So I have the Mini of the Luminous Primer because I wanted to try that. Like I said, I have dry skin. As you can see, it's being used up because you can see right here that, like, you know, the little slide up pumping mechanism is just going up and up. I really think this looks nice. It doesn't put like a gray cast on your face or anything like that because it does have some pearlized shimmer to it. But no, I say it's not a shimmer. It's just pearlized, okay? But it really does hold onto the foundation nicely. I really like this foundation. It has a doe foot applicator. Now, I would say that sometimes I do get a little carried away because of the doe foot applicator. I'm just like this, and like, I put on too much. And I can kind of tell when I blend it in. And it does settle nice when you put on too much, but then I definitely know that I need to set it. Or sometimes I just like, I just kind of overdid it. But when I don't overdo it because I'm just so infatuated with drawing lines on my face, I really, really like this foundation. It wears well. It looks glam. It doesn't look cakey. I can sheer it out to do, like, you know, less of a coverage. It builds up really nicely. It does not feel dry on my face. If I have a dry patch, it's not hanging on to the dry patch. It's a really nice foundation. Like, she really did a great job when she curated it. The packaging is great. I really like this doe foot applicator. You know, like, I'm usually dressed when I do my makeup, so this provides ease where I'm not worried about the foundation going everywhere, you know, sometimes with the pump, or you having to put it like on a mixing tray in order to do that. So I really appreciate it. It screws on nice. The packaging is nice and sleek. Yeah, it does kind of remind you of Fenty, but I still like it. Like, the handle is easy to open, it's easy to close, it just looks good. I like the concealer. Now I kept the concealer in the 420 neutral so I could just have a little bit of lightening effect. Like you can see, I've been using it. I've been using this concealer with like some of my other foundations, like the Huda Beauty's Filt'r stick foundation, but I really like this. It blends out well. It's creamy. It doesn't get caked up. I don't necessarily need to set it. It's the perfect shade. I mean, it's just really light. I've just really enjoyed these products. I know I've talked about them a couple times, but okay. So when I heard that Selena Gomez was coming out with, makeup line, I just didn't know what to expect because, a lot of celebrities, they come out with makeup lines and you're like, because everybody's just doing it now because I feel like they see how, great it's been for Rihanna. But I didn't really know when Rihanna came out. I was just like, how is this going to go? But it went great. And I feel like Selena is taking it just as serious as Rihanna is. And the products, you can tell, like, she's putting a lot of effort into the products. So I appreciate it. I also think, like I mentioned before, that the price point is great because, like, her fan base, they can afford the products. And, that's great. You don't want to outprice your fan base. So I think these are fabulous products. I'm really into, I haven't tried the eyeshadows, but I know the blushes have been a big hit, the cream blushes, and maybe I'll try that one day, but I'm really digging the foundation. For a couple of cheek products that have just really just been such a favorite for me, if this one comes to mind, it's the Melt Cosmetics Digital Blush Duo, and this is the Duo in Queen Bee, and these were all like honey or bee inspired. First of all, the packaging, adorable. Like, it has this soft rubberized feel to it. It's like the color is great. It's just that honeycomb vibe, and then the name is just right because you have Queen Bee. This is so cute. So this is the more orangey golden, this one with the more bronzy side. I do have another one. I have the raw honey, but honestly this one has been my favorite. It is so luminous. I think, like, if you're my complexion a little bit deeper, like this golden honey, it looks so good. Like right here on the cheeks, it's just it's good. So these are not like high performing. I wouldn't expect you to think that these are highlighters. These are more like blush toppers. This one's definitely a little bit more bronzy. Sometimes I like to put it over my bronzer, but it's not glittery. So you definitely get like a sheen and to it, but it doesn't leave your cheeks glittery. I just feel like the color duo, this has definitely been my favorite color duo. The packaging is great. The price point, I want to say it was around $30 something, but Melt really knocked it out the park with this. I mean, the formula is just really nice. It just gives a really nice glow to the cheeks. So this has been great. So I mentioned Miss Rihanna just a moment ago. So she came out with the Cheeks Out collection, and these cream blushes are great. So I picked up two of the shades that interest me the most, which was, like I was just saying, like, I like those orangey looking shades, and this is the shade Fuego Flush, and I feel it's just so beautiful. Like I said, it just gives that nice goldeny pop on the cheeks if you're my complexion or deeper. And then I also picked up the shade Rose Latte. Rose Latte is the shade that I'm wearing today on my cheeks. And once again, it's beautiful as well. It does get a little gunky looking. So, I mean, I don't really like that part. I like the size of it because it's petite. I like how it stays on theme with the brand. But I just like, you're not going to go through like tons and tons of cream product because you definitely need less when you apply it. So I love how cute and petite these are. So this has definitely just been a favorite for 2020. And I feel like this is cream blush, but it's very approachable. So if you're scared of working with cream blush, like, I would start off with these. These have been great. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with a brand called Kaleidos Cosmetics, but I have definitely tried Kaleidos on my channel. But let me tell you, this Prophecy highlighter, oh my God, it is a 2020 banger. When I see this highlighter, I have not seen it look bad on anybody, whether you are fair or whether you are deepest to deep. Like, you guys have to go on Monica Pro Law Professor Instagram. She is a few shades deeper than me, and she has this bomb picture where she's like kind of had her head tilted with the mean side eye, and you could just see the whole duochrome finish of this highlighter. This highlighter is gorgeous. Like, this is what it looks like. First of all, Kaleidos coming through, packaging all day. It is beautiful. It's got that space age 10 to it. This is stunning. When I saw the Instagram, first of all, look, I haven't swatched much, but I have to put a little bit on. Okay. You have to be careful because, first of all, let me just rub it in. Do you guys? This is just, I mean, like when I have it on this one, you could definitely see the shift. So I haven't blended out, but you can see the shift on this one, but it's beautiful. And even though it looks like it's glittery, it's not too glittery. It looks great. Like I have just never seen it look so good on so many people. It's so unique. It's goldeny. It has that green flash, has the orange flash. I mean, this, I'm in love. Standout highlighter in my collection. Standout, one of my favorite highlighters in my collection because it's just so unique. It is beautiful. So you definitely need to get your hands on this. You really do. Look. It's so good. So this right here is an eyeshadow product. So it didn't fit in with the palette, so I put it in this video. But I really like these. These are the Natasha Denona Chromium liquid eyeshadow. So I just have two shades. So I have the shade Dogbane and I also have the shade Scare. So Scare is the beautiful, you know, duochrome. These are very liquid. They're really foiled. They're easy to apply. They're like, you know, a one pretty much coat over the lid and you're done. Maybe you can put a little shadow down, powder shadow as a transition. I really like the shade Dogbane. I think the Dogbane looks really great on my complexion. I didn't pick up all the shades because I don't think like all the shades really suit my complexion. So you have to kind of look at what you think you are prone to like. But this one is a beautiful like red copper into green. It looks gorgeous. You can just pop it on, like I said, be out the door and have a really great eye look where people think spend a whole lot of time, but you really didn't. So next up is arguably one of my very most favorite products of 2020. Has been a game changer ever since I tried it out. And if you have trouble putting on your lashes, you need to try this out. I am using this right now, and this is the Velour Lash and Go. Like, look, lashes are on. This is an eyeliner slash lash adhesive duo. So what's great about this, unlike the magnetic lashes that I fell in love with so much last year, is that you can wear whatever type of lash you want to. So Yachty Beauty got me these really cute lashes and she sent them over to me. And I'm able to use this. What's great about this also, if you struggle, you literally just work one eye at a time. You draw your line and then you just put the lash on. So you make sure your product is wet and you stick the lash on. And that's it. You do the next eye and you're done. Literally. So like I said, you can use it as an eyeliner. It works great. Then you can apply your lashes. Or like a lot of times what I like to do is, because sometimes I don't always want to have that bold eyeliner look, I can just kind of draw a really thin line and put my lashes on where it gives me that great, like, you know, lashes only look without the struggle. So if you are struggling with applying your lashes, you need this product. It's great. It's so easy to use. And what I also like, when you remove it, it's not goopy. It's not gunky. You know, have a bunch of residue just like sitting on your eye that you can't remove. This is a great product. I don't really like to use this so much as an eyeliner. So if I'm wearing a bold wing liner, I might just use my NYX and then I'll paint this over the NYX just to save the product, because I prefer this more as the lash adhesive. But let me tell you, so great. Like if your eyes water a lot, this is for you. Can't put on your lashes? This is for you. Velour Lash and Go. So I have two more products to talk about. One is skincare and the other one is with hair care. So this one right here, I talked about this in my current favorite videos not too long ago. And I am pleased to say that I did not lose my mind. And if you guys know what I mean, it was like I could not figure out how much I paid for this. And, you know, I thought I paid $25, but then when I couldn't find my receipt, but then I looked on Costco online because I got this from Costco. And I was like, it says $60. So I was like, I know I didn't pay $60 for this, but I did not lose my mind. It was $24.99. So this is the Nassif MD Dermaceuticals Hydroscreen Hydrating Serum with hyaluronic acid, filling, spears, and ceramide molecular fill. You see, I've been using it. It's amazing. Like I said, I have dry skin. Dry skin on top of dry skin on top of dry skin, okay? And usually around this time, I'll have dry patches here that I have to work on. I use this twice a day. I don't have any dry patches. It's not greasy, but it is thick enough where it coats your skin so you can feel that it's on there. And I just let it settle in after washing my face, and then I go in with a moisturizer. It has been amazing. I love this serum. I found it again at Costco because they brought it back. I bought a backup bottle, and I was pleased to find out that I only paid $24.99 for it. So if you have a Costco membership and you're looking for a great serum that has hyaluronic acid in it, because even if you're like combo, you still need some like hyaluronic acid for the moisture, I really recommend this, because a lot of times, like, you know, you'll get that slip and slide with the hyaluronic acid, but it doesn't really feel like it's seeping into your skin. This, it does. And I can honestly say I have not had any dry patches this winter. Now, granted, it hasn't been as cold, but I'm still going out to work every day. I just haven't had them. Usually I'm like, I got skin where I'm just like flicking it. You know what I mean? Like where I could just like flake it up. Not with this. I also rub it on my décolleté. Like I rub it on my elbows. I like it. I really do. So the next product is like actually a local product, and I've been using this for a while, but at the moment I have stopped. And the only reason I've stopped is because I decided to lock my hair. You guys know I've had like a get ready with me. I decided to do the Sister Lives journey. But this is from my old hairstylist. Her name is Mary, and she has come out with her own company called Magdelena & Co. And this is the Scalp Detox Treatment. I really like this product. I was using it all the time prior to me getting locks. I will probably be able to pick it back up using once my locks mature, it'll be a while before I can pick this back up. But what this is, it's a scalp detox treatment with apple cider vinegar in it, and it also has rose petals. And if you have problems with buildup, if you have problems with your hair thinning, if you have problems with just rejuvenating hair growth, this right here, it does the trick. Your scalp feels so clean. If you have problems also with dandruff, flaky, dry scalp, this right here also, it just really helps. It's so simple to use. You just go ahead and you just have, you wash your hair like normal. You go ahead and you just pour like a half an ounce or like into, of the scalp detox into like some distilled water, and you just pour over your head. Let it sit for like a moment, and then rinse it out and be done. Those are the type of hair products I like, you know, low maintenance. But your scalp and your pores in your scalp feel so good. They feel rejuvenated. It's like the rose petals are so soothing. So even though you think like apple cider vinegar, that might be harsh, but it's balanced out by the rose. It's really, really nice. And she is selling this on Instagram, so I did want to mention this because this was truly like a favorite product of mine prior to me getting Sister Locks. And if I didn't have the Sister Locks right now, I'd be using this. So I can't wait till I can resume this once my locks are developed. All right, so those are my favorite other makeup products of 2020. There are a few more, but it was just so many to cover. I was like, I don't want to hold you here forever because you already know I can just talk. But those are the products I've been loving. Let me know down below what you have been loving for the year of 2020. Give this video a big thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be very, very soon. And you know what time it is? It is time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, chair dance. Chair dance. All right, guys. Bye.